I'm gonna get you with the flicky. Sometimes you gotta be
sticky. Hey, Jordan.
Hold on. I want to try something.
Oh, put a background on.
Yeah.
Like the new paintings.
Oh, those are those birds?
No, it's a tree.
I like that light.
I think I gotta like center it.
It do look slightly off.
Yeah, but it's cool. Oh, it's lights, dude. I paid $50 for those lights.
From where?
Best Buy.
Or you should go.
Dang, thank you. Thank you for the recommendation. I really appreciate that recommendation. You still couldn't, yeah, you still couldn't even think of it.
Or it was just like Bed Bath and Beyond.
For lights?
That's the greatest store ever. I'm still serious. Like they got everything you'll ever need for your everything.
I don't got a Bed Bath and Beyond over here.
I'm not even joking.
For some lights? Really?
Lights.
Wait, Bed Bath and Beyond, duh.
They got everything you'll ever need.
What? So you just gonna leave me like that, dog? Like, I should leave too.
Boy. Where'd you go?
Oh. I left because you left.
Don't do what I do.
Nah, nah. I'll do whatever I want to do. You ready? Oh, how you gonna leave again? I gotta leave just by principle.
Oh.
Still in the bathroom. Try. Man.
You'll never be ready if you're not ready now.
But I just gotta do it. So
It's not gonna happen.
I'm just doing it. All right, Jordan. I'm doing it. How?
Reusable cubes from Bed Bath and Beyond.
This is weird.
It works.
This
The
is
shit
weird.
works. The shit works though. You can see my drink is still kind of frosty.
So Jordan, what do you go by? What's your artist name?
So my artist name for
Yeah.
now, so it's spelled BROOXCIV, and it's spelled that way for a reason. So my last name is Brooks, of course, and the XCIV, it represents my birth year. I'm not gonna say it. You gonna have to look it up and find out. But it represents my birth year, and I just thought combining those two different things is like, you know, it's uniquely me. You know what I'm saying? So it's pronounced Brooksy.
Brooks 1995.
Huh?
Brooks 1990. Oh wait, Brooks.
XCIV.
Brooks XCIV. Brooks 1994. Yes, I guessed it.
Yeah, I'm going with that for right now. It may change, but as of right now, since I know ain't nobody else in the whole world got that.
Didn't you have another name before?
I did. I had a few names before. I think my first one. My first name was JB Shaggy.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't really embarrassed about it or anything, because at the time, that's just how I was feeling. That's how that's the vibration I was going off of. So now I just figured something that, because my sister used to call call me that. She still call me that sometimes, the Brooksy. So, and I don't know. For some reason, I felt like it just had a nice ring to it, almost. It sounded, you know what it reminded me of, actually?
What?
Like a mafia boss or like a mob boss.
That.
Brooksy's coming down here. Everybody's about to go around this, blah, 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 blah.
I can see that. What did you first start off? Like, what type of art did you first start off with?
Music. Music was the only. Well, actually, oh man. See, if I could go and grab my notebook right now, I could show you some drawings that I did,
Right.
which actually weren't that bad. I still go back look at them like, damn, that was actually nice, but I just didn't keep drawing. Well, because the music really took over. But I think when I was a kid, I used to draw a lot, and that just kind of stopped after I picked up guitar. Because then art just in music was just the main focus with anything artistic. So.
And what type of music are you doing now?
All types, man. All the types. Everything. I try to incorporate every branch of music in my music. Like, because I like all types of music. I appreciate all types of music. It's something that I can't really say like, oh, I hate this. Maybe back in the day, you know, I wasn't really a fan of mainstream, you know, pop music or whatever was on the radio. But nowadays, I just kind of appreciate it that it's there. And, you know, it might not be on my frequency or whatever. I might not vibe with that frequency, but I can just appreciate that it's there. And, you know, maybe I can learn from it in a way.
So you're like into jazz?
Hell yeah!
Opera?
Yes! I've been trying to learn how to yodel.
Really?
Yodeling is so dope.
I gotta see that.
Y'all
Can you do it now? Can you do it now? Yodeling?
Oh, no. I don't think I had enough practice at it yet. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna definitely get to it.
I gotta hear a whole album.
Opera, jazz, classical. You know, like I listen to everything, man, because it's all. If you really think about it, it's all the same. Like it's just vibration. Like everything is a vibration. So I just figure if you can feel as many vibrations as possible, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna naturally elevate your vibration.
Okay, stage master. So what got you into playing the guitar?
So I think I was at one of my friend's house and they had Guitar Hero came out.
Ooh, yep. Same for me. Yep.
That's how it was for everybody, I swear. Like I was Guitar Hero was how I started playing guitar, but yeah, like I started on that, and then after a few years of playing that and actually playing the game and stuff like that, and playing the story mode and going on tour, I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. Like I would love to do this for the rest of my life. And they getting paid, they having fun, they going crazy. So after that, I was just like, all right. And then another good thing about discovering Guitar Hero was learning that, I guess, genre or style of music. Because I had never really been exposed to that before. You know, because as a kid, you know, being raised in a black household, you listen to mainly hip hop and like R&B.
Church music.
I still love very much. I'm not trying to downplay it or disregard it at all, but I love it.
You have to look outside the box, yeah.
Huh?
Well, you had to listen outside the box.
Yeah, I think that was my door right there to listen, to kind of get that outside perspective finally. And that's where I discovered a lot of the music that I still listen to today. And that was, Guitar Hero came out in what, 2006? It was Guitar Hero 2.
Oh.
That was like 2006, 2007.
I started on number 3, so.
Songs. And I mean, those were classic songs already, but I'm just saying, like, That's
Man.
how big of an impression that game had on me. And it's
Oh,
just weird that that
same
game is
level.
not even around or relevant no more.
Still irrelevant to me. I mean, it's still relevant to me.
Oh yeah. It'll always hold a place in my heart. Always. The green, red, yellow, blue, and
Blue?
orange. I
Wait,
still remember
orange.
colors.
Oh yeah, orange was on there.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
But
been a long
I
time.
think going from Guitar Hero and then going to Rock Band really like pulled me in. Like, yo, I need to learn how to play
You're
this
right, yeah.
because Rock
What?
Band it had the drums and everything. And
Yeah.
I used to love playing the drums.
What
Now
about Rocksmith? Did you play that too?
I did play Rocksmith. I think by the time Rocksmith came out, I was already fairly decent at guitar. So like I was just like, this game is so for noobs or whatever. But I mean, that's not that's not really the case. You know what I'm saying?
Would you recommend it to like newer people, like people who wants to get in guitar?
Definitely, it teaches you chords and it teaches you strumming patterns and it just gets you adjusted to having your, like your phalanges on the frets.
Right. You already said that you learned guitar pretty much, I guess, from years of work.
Yeah, I learned how to play guitar from years of work. Yeah, I learned how to play guitar from years of work.
So it wasn't like a natural talent. Do you believe it was natural talent at first, or was it
Well,
all just?
usually when I press B, my chainsaw go really high up in the air, and then after that, like my fingers start doing like this, and then you hear. So I mean, I don't know what you would call that, but
What? Oh, we leaving? We leaving? I could leave too. Why do you even have this? Like, what is going on?
house way.
No, don't bring that. Don't bring Kanye into this. You don't got the answers. I'm done with you.
Look, I really would say. I mean, because I know like music runs through my family, runs through my blood. But honestly, I would have to say that the only reason why I've gotten to the point that I've gotten to is the absurd amount of time that I've spent playing guitar and listening to music and doing the same shit like over and over and like probably a million times for real. So
Right.
that's where I think a lot of I guess, what you would call talent comes from. Um, I mean, I guess you could say it is because, I think talent is something that's like God given. You know what I mean? It's something it was just like bound to happen. I think if a prodigy, if you see a prodigy, I would say that's talent. Because there's no way they could have just, came out the womb and spent hours already practicing something and you just come out the womb and you're just amazing at instruments. So like that's talent. But I think with me, it was a lot of time and effort and dedication put into the music because that's really the most important part to it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of music today is really just like it's
Press the
just like
button.
like
Press
that.
the,
You can put it out just as fast.
and then auto tune your voice.
Yeah, and it's just like I mean that's cool because I guess it fits the society with the instant gratification. But I just feel like with something like music, man, like we were saying about the vibrations earlier, like if you can really hone that and really be able to control that and almost master it. I mean, this was one of the masters right here of vibration. So if you can get on a level
Is that
like that,
Jimi Hendrix?
yeah.
Damn, I haven't noticed that. That's crazy.
That boy Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, it's just like if you can like learn to really like harness that and get really good at it, like you should and take your time with it, like you can make something legendary, you know. But nowadays everything's just so fast and so quick that nobody really care to like take the time.
Take time.
Yeah, like you have to baby the music, man. You can't just like put it out there. You have to treat it like a baby, for real.
Yeah.
I kind of look at my music as like my children in like a weird way. Because like it came from me, I produced it, so you know it's like I'm reproducing asexually.
I love keeping all my art in like a folder. Every other week I look at it and just reminisce on it, you know, because only you can understand it, and it feels like it's understanding you. So
yeah, and that actually, I had an interesting thought that I was thinking about, and I might not have been honest. So are you experiencing the universe, or is the universe experiencing you?
oh yeah, you was high.
I think it's both, honestly. Like, while you experiencing the universe is like, what is it like to be Josh? And it's experiencing you. So it's like, whatever you do, like the universe and vibrations is going to react to your action, and vice versa.
Yo, this is going deep. This is going deep.
I don't remember what the main point was. What were we talking about before that? Real.
Music, man.
I look at all my songs as my kids in a weird way. Because I produced it, it came from me. And, you know, I took the time to nurture it and, you know, make sure it's right and send it out. Also, my bad. I remember now, when you were saying you got your art in like a box. So I got a lot of songs that I haven't released. And the reason it's like so special to me, and it's almost like I look at all my music like this, but like those certain songs are like a real time capsule, how I was feeling at the time and what I was going through.
Right.
It's exactly like journal.
Yeah.
And remember, like when he used to read his journal, he used to go back and to that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at my music, and that actually inspired me to write music to be more of a time capsule. That was one of my favorite movies.
You got that one song, "To Be a Kid Again."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that song, man. To be a kid again. To be a kid again. I love that song.
Thank you.
So what?
That song it's so weird. I just think like, damn, I wrote that 2 years ago.
Really? Well, of course it's about being a kid again, but like, what do you feel from it?
So with that song and that whole project, actually in general, was because the title of that project was called Introspection. So it was me kind of like looking in at myself, and I guess maybe I mean thinking about it now out loud, maybe I was like looking at myself with a bit of an ego, because you know that song to be a kid again is basically just reminiscing and wanting to be a kid again and just seeing innocence, basically.
That's probably my favorite part of the song too. Reminiscent on the intent.
Reminiscent of being 10.
Oh yeah. And that was really just me reminiscing. You know, just wanting to be a kid again, man, and wanting to feel innocent and not just pure. You know, and that's a reason why throughout that whole project, like I don't swear, because the way I look at it, you know, looking at it from an introspective perspective, I see innocence like in myself, and that's why I made that project the way it is. But if you listen to the whole project and you listen to the end song called In Conclusion, you know, it gets a little dark. So
wait, it's another song after it?
Well, I mean, you know that song is on a project. It was like my first, like, I guess, serious project that I put out, that I was claiming like, yeah, this is a real mixtape, EP, whatever you want to call it. Like that whole project was me just going into my head and just talking about like how I feel and about relationships and how I feel about myself and how I kind of see the world as like this dirty, nasty, disgusting place basically, and I just see myself as like kind of. I mean, like I said, man, I don't got no regrets because that's how I was feeling, and I'm pretty sure if I was feeling like that, it's got to be somebody else that's feeling like that. Maybe even right now, or then, or in the future. So if you hear that song and you like, damn, like, do anybody else feel this way? Because that's one thing that I've noticed with music is that I I feel like this is what probably with everybody. When you listening to an artist or you know your favorite type of music or whatever, like it just feels good to know like somebody else is thinking exactly what you thinking or like has
Yeah.
have been through a similar situation that you've been through. So that's why I just kind of took a deep dive into how I was really feeling, like no filter. Like I know it's a touchy, sensitive subject nowadays, and people kind of it's a weird it's like a weird stigma I think to that type of topic. You know what I'm saying? And depression in general. A lot of people are not gonna stand up for it because they don't want to lose their capital. They don't want to lose their nice car. Their
Yeah,
nice,
it's all about money now.
they don't want to commit career suicide. They're not willing to risk it. So I mean, I get it, but it's something that I think needs to change. And
Well, let me
I
ask:
would say
Are
for the
you
reason.
are you willing to risk it? Like, would you be willing to risk it for the people?
Man, I think about this a lot. I really do. And it's like I really think the world needs more people like that. That's not really afraid, I guess, to make a big mistake like that. So, and I think that's one thing that's really missing from nowadays. I mean, if you notice, I mean, there's nothing wrong with securing the bag. I'm 100% with securing the bag.
Right.
Whatever you gotta do to make your money, man. As long as you ain't like hurting nobody, you're like taking away from nobody else. Do that. But it just seems like a lot of I don't know. It just seems like a lot of people are like just corporate.
Corporate minded.
Yeah, they just corporate puppets, and they everything is just dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Like nobody actually cares about craft anymore.
Oh yeah, I feel it on
That's one thing that's missing nowadays. Like nobody actually is just dollar sign, dollar sign. That's with any type of business. Like, well, I'm not gonna say any type because of course a business needs to make money, but I think with something that takes dedication and is more of an art form, like it's just seen as a dollar sign rather than being like this is like the craft of it and actually doing it and taking the time to put it in and make that classic record, man. Because that is it happened before, so my theory is it can only happen.
So you have a record out.
I have multiple.
You have multiple records out, and you got it all on your like SoundCloud.
Yeah, I upload a lot of my stuff to SoundCloud, like a lot of exclusive stuff to SoundCloud, but I got I guess my more serious stuff on Spotify and like Apple Music and all the streaming services uploaded through the distributor and everything like that.
You got on YouTube Music. I'm the lame person that uses.
I should be like everything that I would say is like not mid that for me, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna be honest, man. Like every artist, every musician don't make A side smash singles or music in general like all the time. So like I just upload. I feel like SoundCloud is my creative outlet to just do whatever the fuck I want to do, and I kind of like it that way. So I'm not just limited to just being like, But of course, I'm always striving to make something good. But SoundCloud is just really my outlet for anything. Like I got this project that I'm working on. It's really just me and you know, like different instruments and stuff like that. But it's just little, I don't know, like little like sound bites or like little clips of me
Snippets.
doing different things. What'd you say?
Snippets.
I guess you can call them snippets. And I was gonna do it in
Snippets.
like a pretty. I was gonna try to think of a pretty intricate way to like put them together. So that's something that I'm working on. That I don't think I've heard of anybody else doing that. Hey, who that?
This is Yumi.
Yumi, Yumi.
Oh. Yeah, she's cute. Dog. Where did you get this from? Oh my god, the mouth opens. Was it always fun for you, or was there times that you just wanted to, you know, give it up?
Well, man, you know, like I say, with anything that you do on a consistent basis, it's never gonna be always fun. Regardless of what you're doing, like I really, it doesn't matter. It really does. It's not always gonna be fun, and I think that's at that point. That's the point where you realize, I guess, if it's really for you or not. Because at that point, you almost get asked that question, like, do I really want to do this, or like, am I just not? I don't really feel like doing it because I feel like there's too much work, too much effort. And I feel like at that point, that's when you really push yourself. Like, you go twice as hard at that point. I kind of wired my brain for it to be fun, and a lot of the shit that happens, I feel like a lot of people get frustrated by. I just really laugh at it because, you know, I'm just down for the experience and to just make music. And that's really all that matters. Like, I just really want to become music. Like, I don't even care about being in human form no more. Music.
When you mean like it's fun most of the time, do you mean like at concerts? Is that you played in some shows? You did gigs. So is that the fun part, or is the fun part the practicing?
The fun part is definitely the shows. The practicing is not. That's where I'm trying to think of this quote that I heard. It was such a great quote from Mike Tyson, but it's basically like, that's like the practice part is where you like training, and that's where you got to do, like, I guess a boxing analogy, where you have to do like the 100 punches on like a punching bag, or like punch the punching bag for like an hour. That shit is not fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody want to do that shit. You want to be able to like knock somebody's head off. That would probably be fun if you were a boxer, but you know, especially in front of people too. So
Yeah.
you had that energy transfer, which is always good. And see people reacting to your music is always a good thing. And just like feeling it and being in the moment, like it's one of the greatest highs ever.
I remember I went to your one gig. Because I knew you for a long time. But I have never seen you play like that. That was insane. I mean, you were like, you dropped to the floor.
We on the floor with it. We on the floor.
Shit, I was like, throw water at us? Like,
That would have made it way more.
oh my God. And I remember I was like right here. The speaker was right here, and I heard everything. And I
That was a good show, man. I'm still so glad you came out, man. Who got that shirt?
What shirt? The shirt? So, I guess this will be the ending to all this.
The big rock ending.
What advice would you give to somebody new? Like, somebody's thinking, hey, I want to try guitar. What advice would you give that person?
I would say, no matter what, no matter how you feel or what you got going on, practice. Regardless of how you feel, what you're doing, what you got going on, practice. Because if you stop, see, the thing is, man, like I've came across so many musicians that's played music for a minute and was just like, oh, I just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I wasn't doing anything. It wasn't doing anything for me. And then like 2 years later, like they be back on it. Like I should have never stopped. And I just be saying like, now imagine, imagine if you would have kept going that whole time. And
Yeah,
that's
you've
one
been way
thing,
better.
like a lot of people should understand. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it might be just me, but I feel like I will never stop doing music because at this point I'm so deep that if I do stop, I know eventually down the road I'm gonna come back to it.
Yeah, I have a friend, his name, I'm gonna just call him D. He played in a lot of shows. He's done openings for people, but then he had kids and everything, and every time I talk about like going back to guitar, and he got guitars at home and everything, and every time I talk to him about playing guitar again, he kind of get that look of, it's like, dang, I don't want to give up on my anything anymore. So I want to regret it 10 years later. But yeah, we gotta wrap it up. Dang, I'm sorry, you gotta go to sleep now.
It's 12 o'clock, man. Hurry up, damn.
So, all right. Thank you, Jordan, or what? How do you say it, bro? 1994.
Bro, 1990.
How do you say it? Just say Brooks. Brooksy. I'm gonna just call you Jordan.
BROOXCIV.
BROOXCIV. Okay, BROOXCIV.
BROOXCIV. Roll your tongue.
BROOXCIV. BROOXCIV. All right, BROOXCIV. Thank you for talking with us today. It's been fun, dude.
All right, yeah, man. I'll play this out.
Oh, what's you about to play?
Sign on. Good night. Good
Nah.
night.
Have a good night, Jordan. All right.